Awareness versus sponsorship. Did you know that famous foods were invented by accident in the 1930s? Everyone on earth revolves around food. There are so many different types of foods that we eat on a daily basis, such as spaghetti, burgers with fries, pizza, and so much more. I could go on forever. We can all admit we eat food when we are happy, sad, or even bored. The human race just loves and enjoys food. Many cultural backgrounds have specific foods that represent where we are from. These different foods bring different groups together in which they bond over. This is a huge connection in between families. Here is my family from when I was 2 back in El Salvador. Coming to the United States changed many aspects of my life for me. For example, growing up, I missed my family that was back in my country on holidays. Most of the time, it would just be my mother, father, younger brother, and I. My grandmother. She was the only one to make the effort to come here to visit us for 6 months a year. When she first came here, she taught us how to make pupusas, my country's famous dish. They are made out of cheese and flour. My grandmother and I were very close when I was young, but when she was diagnosed with cancer, I did not understand why. I felt very alone and lost. I would cry every day because my best friend was slowly being taken away from me. Over the years, though, I was able to overcome her death. I felt more positive about my life. This is why my favorite quote is, although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of the overcoming of it. End quote. By Helen Keller. Now I am glad that my grandmother left this recipe as a memory for us. A few weeks ago, I came across a documentary called What the Health. The directors of this documentary, Kip Anderson and Keegan Kuhu, found the studies that show that dairy can increase the risk of breast cancer and how red meats can increase the risk of getting diabetes. They also exposed how health awareness organizations promoted these types of foods that cause these diseases. They eventually figured out that they promoted these foods due to their sponsors. This made me start questioning myself. Did my grandmother get cancer because of her diet? This documentary changed my perspective towards my diet because it made me want to avoid things that would impact me negatively.